Hello, I am Wanderer001, and this is a follow-up video to a video that I made back in November of 2012 entitled Adventures in Cord Cutting. So as you might imagine, with this being a follow-up video, this is to tell you how the adventures have been going so far and whether I still am doing my adventures in cord cutting. And the short answer is yes, I'm still cable free. Not paying for cable TV from a cable provider. So what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about what the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, of not having cable has been like. On the plus side, I have saved quite a bit of money. For me, my local cable provider offers a basic cable package that's really difficult to find on their website or via talking to somebody on the phone, which is $15 a month. But the cable provider now requires you to have a cable box, which also has their remote control and a cable card in it, which adds up to about $24.27 a month. Now this is just for basic cable. Basic cable is what I can get over the air if I use a digital TV antenna, which I do. I do subscribe to Netflix and Amazon Instant Video at the moment, which are the other portions of my cord cutting arsenal. And using just those, I save myself currently $213 a year. At the start of next year or 2 years, because both Amazon Instant Video and Netflix have raised their prices at the time of filming, I'll only be saving myself $86.76 a month on basic cable. But if I wanted to have access to the TV shows that I watch, I wouldn't be using basic cable with my cable provider. I would be using what they consider their value plan, and that's $64.95 a month. And if I use those numbers, I'm looking at a savings of $680 to view the shows that I want to watch. Now, it has been a bumpy road in my adventures in cord cutting. As I stated in my earlier video, I do have a wife that watches much more TV than I do, and I need to keep her happy. She is quite happy with Netflix. There are a few videos that she watches on Amazon, but primarily she lives on Netflix. And since Netflix introduced profiles, it's become much easier to segregate her stuff from my stuff so we don't have this weird mixture of our likes, and it makes it more difficult for Netflix to recommend what you might be interested in watching. Now, it hasn't been all sunshine and roses. There have been a couple of stumbling blocks. Me personally, there are a few shows that I used to watch on Hulu, which is another service that I use but I don't pay for because I use the free version, that went away. And you had to go to the network website, and I was doing that for a while, and then they stopped providing them on the network websites. And at first I was a little upset, but then I realized after I couldn't watch them anymore, how much I really didn't care that they weren't there. They were like, I used to really like the Ghost Hunter TV shows, and once they weren't available anymore, I realized I didn't miss them all that much. The same thing with some of the shows on the History Channel and Discovery Channel. They just kind of started going downhill, and I stopped watching them. And you know what? I didn't miss them. There was a time when we went on vacation and we had a hotel room and they did have cable TV. And I would sit there channel surfing, and I realized something. When we cut cable out of our lives, the act of watching TV changed. Before, it would be something that I would just sit down, turn the TV on, and channel surf until I found something good. Now that we actively have to decide what we want to watch, I find myself, do I want to sit down and watch something? It's not a passive act. It's a, I'm going to do this and look at this. Which in some ways is good, in some ways is bad. I kind of do miss the just sitting down and channel surfing until I find something good that I want to, well, not good, but find something that seems interesting that I want to watch. The discovery mechanism is also missing with the cord cutting. I kind of miss being able to just channel surf and find something that I find interesting. Based on synopsis and things like that on Netflix, sometimes I won't watch something that I probably would have watched if it was just on cable TV. I don't miss commercials though. With Netflix, you don't have to worry about commercials. So yeah, I don't miss that with cable TV. And the few shows that I do watch over the air on cable TV sometimes make me judge whether or not I should be watching it because of the targeted advertising that I see when I watch the program. So if I see something that kind of has a lot of female related commercials, I kind of ask myself, it's like, is this a show that's actually geared towards females? Is that what they think? I've gotten so used to Hulu having targeted advertising that I'm watching a show and I see ads that are relevant to my age, gender, and approximate interests. TV or cable, when you're watching it, kind of has this blast effect, and I find myself, arguing with the TV going, no, this isn't relevant to me. Where can I dislike and thumb down, move on to the next commercial? So that's something that's a little odd, but not terrible. As I said before, the discovery mechanism is a little different. I will admit, while some of the synopsises don't catch my interest, I do see TV shows that really aren't related to what I'm watching, but based on my profile, are something that I'm actually interested in. So it's kind of good. They do have that mechanism there as well. As I said, my wife watches most of the TV in the house, and she's happy as of right now. Netflix really is her primary go-to. She likes it. She likes the fact that it's cheap. We're saving all this money. And I have started to rip our DVDs and put them into a media library, which I will be reviewing sometime in the future. I'm trying out Plex as a media server and allowing us to view the DVDs that we actually own, and link to a review somewhere there if when I get to the point where I'm comfortable enough to do a full review. So yeah, I mean, the amount of money that I'm saving based on the amount of TV that I watch, I'm really happy with the decision that we made to cut the cable back in way back in 2012. It was like a year after we got married, and we were looking to save some money, and this is how we determined it. And with the changes that my cable company has made, taking channels out of basic cable, putting them into a higher tier, and then requiring everybody to have a cable box. So that's another thing. You do have a one-time fee with the cord cutting to buy a box that can stream this content, whether it's a PlayStation or Roku or Amazon Fire TV I've thought about but not sure if I would look at yet. There's something called a Chromecast now. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. I'm currently doing a research on that for review. I will link to it here when I'm done. So there's that one-time upfront fee, as opposed to cable where you're sitting there every month paying for a cable box, a remote control rental fee, and a cable card rental fee. I'd rather pay normally it's like $100 upfront for a set-top box. Chromecast you can get for like $30 or $35 depending on where you find it. So it's really cheap, which is good because that's why you're looking at this follow-up review to find out how much money I've saved in the course of doing my cord cutting, as well as how I've liked it. So to end, I've saved quite a bit of money since Amazon and Netflix have raised their prices. Not saving as much money, but I'm still happy with the amount of money that I'm saving, and also the content that I'm getting. Both Amazon and Netflix are increasing the amount of shows that you have access to for instant streaming, and for what I use it for, it's really good. I like it. I will continue to do it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment area below, and I will get back to you with whatever I can to help you out. And people want to know what this is like in another 2 years, I'll be sure to let you know how things are going then and what I'm doing to continue to live the cable-free lifestyle. Again, I've been Wander001. Thanks for watching.